everyone, all of you lovely people. Don't mind me, I'm just trying to get my SEO keywords in today.
Caitlin.
You'll guys soon find out that I love my marketing dad jokes. So if you want more, let us know because I have a ton up my sleeve.
Trust me, we don't.
Okay, moving on. Today we have a very fun topic. We are back again. I am Caitlin, and the lovely Jolene is joining me. Jolene, would you like to say hello?
Hello, everybody.
We are so excited about today's topic. It's a fun one. Jolene, what are we talking about?
We're going to talk about a couple different types of social media posts you can do for your business.
Ooh, you're telling me it's not just service posts?
Nope.
I'm
Wrong,
intrigued.
though.
I'm intrigued. All right, well, let's get into it.
First off, let's talk about what we can do with service posts, because I feel like everybody is just service posts these days.
Right, and to kind of go into what a service post is, it's pretty much promoting your business. If you have a discount, a sale, an event going on, that's what a service post would be. That's what most business owners usually think what a social media post is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Something that is important, if you're going to do a service post, you have to have a good call to action.
Right, exactly. Call to action for a service post, that's going to tell your customer what you want them to do. If you want them to go to your website, add a link in bio, add a link to Facebook post. If you want them to go to an event, add the event link. A call to action is going to be so important, especially for a service post.
And you want to be unique about it and kind of get them to buy into whatever you're offering. Because what did we say in our very first podcast?
Mm-hmm.
Don't tell me if you have a free quote, baby.
Listen, everyone in this place has a free quote, so you want to stand out, especially, this is where creativity is going to come in, guys, okay? I want you to put on your creative caps because we want creativity when it comes to a call to action.
Amen. So think of something catchy, like discover the possibilities with, and then fill it in.
Mm-hmm. I actually have a great example. This one has stuck with me. It's from a bigger company. I'm sure you all have heard of Burger King. And their call to action on a post was, why be a clown when you can be a king?
Oh my god, I love that.
See? And they were insane.
Or queen.
Exactly. It wasn't basic. It wasn't anything boring. So you just want to be creative with it. This is your opportunity to get creative.
Now that we talked about the ending, what do I do with the rest of my caption?
What should be in the caption, Jolene?
So you want to make sure that it's in problem, benefit, and solution format. So what does that mean? When you start your caption, definitely try to think of what your consumer is facing as a problem right now that made them even try to find you in the first place.
Right.
Because we all don't go on Google or, well, social media is a little different, but we don't go online looking for absolutely nothing. When you're typing into Google, you're looking for an answer for something. So you have to be the answer to that problem they're searching.
Right. And with benefit, this is something that a lot of people get confused on, so I'm going to emphasize this. Many people think that they need to talk about the features of their service or their product. We want to talk about the benefit and what problem you are solving.
Mm-hmm. Different things.
Yes.
Benefits and features are two different things.
Right. We don't want to talk about, oh, it has this cool gadget, or it's doing this, or this is what it does, or this is why we're good. You want to talk about what is solving their problem, because ultimately that's what your customer cares about.
Why should I choose you over so-and-so?
Exactly.
Yeah. Because I could just go with the regular guy. It really reminds me of old school TV marketing when you were only taught, like, General Mills is the only cereal brand and stuff like that. Like, there's options out there, so why should I choose you?
Exactly.
So how do we wrap that part up after we go over our benefits?
The last part of this formula is going to be your solution, people. Solution is where you want to end, along with your call to action.
Yes, ma'am. You want to tell them how you're going to solve that problem.
We're like, okay, now we have your solution. This is what you need to do to get that solution.
Call to action, baby.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty. So now we're going to talk about the next type of post. And what's that, Caitlin?
It is the lovely adjacent post. Jolene, what is even an adjacent post?
Oh my god, there's so many options, it's kind of endless.
You're so right.
Let's talk about some of our favorites, though. Like,
Okay.
Top five.
I personally love holiday posts.
Ooh, so cute and fun.
I personally love some tips here and there.
We love a good trend.
Yes. Trends are always super fun, but you do have to be careful with trends because not every trend is going to be good for your business.
Yes.
So that's something also to keep in mind. If you do not know what an adjacent post is, though, this would be something other than a service post. So something that is in your industry, maybe you're educating your customers, you're talking about something in the industry, anything that is not going to be super salesy or selling your customer.
So there will be no call to action on these posts.
Yes, there's a big misconception that you need to have every phone number, every website link, every single call to action on every single post, and sometimes that's just not the case. When you go on social media, do you want to be scrolling through ads every single day or call to actions? No, you want to be entertained. You want to create a relationship with brands, and that's perfect for adjacent posts.
Exactly. We've learned that Americans do not like to be sold to. Actually, anywhere in the world, they do not like to be sold to. We're here to create engagement, drive impressions, and obviously drive your business forward. So if you're just constantly putting up all these salesy posts and content, nobody is going to connect with you.
Exactly.
Your business or your brand.
Right. So we want to keep that in mind. Not every phone number has to be on a post. Not every link has to be on a post. So, yes.
Amen, sister. A few of my favorite types of adjacent posts are fun facts. A good way you can still get a little bang out of your bucks for adjacent. You can feature a blog, drive some traffic to your website. Right. So there's definitely some kind of loopholes that will still keep your business growing through adjacent content. It's not just throwing up random posts and facts and tips.
Yes, I actually love blogs as adjacent posts because it's not a super service post, but it does still take your customer to your website, but it's telling them to learn more information about this certain topic. So it kind of, you get the best of both worlds with that one.
And it always puts you as an industry leader. It makes them feel like you have more insight. You know what you're talking about. You know why you're in that field. Mm-hmm. So it creates that trust.
Yes, we love thought leaders.
We love that. And what's our most favorite type of content?
Oh, evergreen content will be your best friend, people.
She's a queen.
Mm-hmm. Evergreen, we love her. Jolene, what is evergreen?
You don't know what evergreen content is?
I don't know what evergreen is.
Girl. Evergreen is everlasting. Speaking of the word evergreen, basically evergreen content is something that you can use year-round. It's always going to be factual, it's always going to be correct, and it's always going to be accurate no matter what time of year, when you want to post it, where you want to post it.
That's a great point, Jolene. Evergreen posts can be used throughout the year in any season. It's not tied to a day. It's not tied to a time of year. So it's great to throw up evergreen posts and recycle them. That's what we like to talk about. We can also get into that a little bit more if you want to go into recycling posts and how it's okay to do that, and some people get scared about that.
Raise your hand if you've ever had writer's block. We're raising our hands.
Guilty.
I have both hands up, even my toes.
All 10 toes are up as well, people.
So writer's block is basically, obviously, when you hit that block and you're like, what am I even saying? I have spoken enough about my brand. These people should know by now. Yes. But guess what? Everybody didn't see that same post that you posted 2 months ago. That's your about me. Or maybe it's a testimonial. Or maybe it's, 3 reasons why you started your business. Mm-hmm.
We tend to think, oh my gosh, I've told them everything they need to know. I don't know what to talk about. I don't know what to do. What do? I'm running out of content. And then you get that writer's block, and it can lead into a snowball effect.
Pure panic.
Yes. But what you need to remember is only organic posts are seen 2 to 5% of the time. Mm-hmm. If you posted something and someone saw it and they're like, oh my gosh, wow, that's great content, they may have just forgotten about it a few months later, so that would be a perfect evergreen post to post maybe the end of that year or even following a few months after that. And then they see it again, they're like, oh, I remember that. I kind of remember about that topic. And then they're more interested, and you're piquing their interest a little bit more the second time around.
Or you're hitting a whole new person that's never seen it originally, but they're like, what an amazing post. Who is this brand and who is this business?
Right.
So they just deep dive into a rabbit hole of you, which is amazing.
So we're here to clear the air. It is perfectly okay to recycle content pieces, even if you switch up the graphic a little bit, or even tweak up the wording,
colors,
tweak the caption. It is perfectly okay to use evergreen posts occasionally throughout the year, or recycled posts.
Yes,
that
ma'am.
are evergreen.
What are some no-nos with social media posts?
Ooh. I would like to say, going back to the trends thing. So if there's a famous trend, good or bad, in the news, we don't always want to be posting about that trend because let's say it's something popular, a lot of brands are talking about it, and you're like, I should jump on this train. I kind of want to get that publicity, that popularity of me talking about it. That would be something that's a no-no, unless it's something that pertains to you or your industry, or it's okay for your brand to talk about. We talk about personal brand and your brand identity, and that's something you need to think about when you are posting these certain topics.
You want to be wary of what's in the news and what's hot in the media, because that can cause sensitivity and emotion to pull, and that may not be what you want to put your brand in front of behind those emotions or sensitivities that are going on around the world.
Right.
Another big no-no, please be careful. If you want to post inspirational quotes or quotes that speak to your business or brand, go for it. But always take a second to just Google the person that quote may be behind. You don't know what's about them in the news right now. You don't know what everybody's saying, and you do not want to become controversial because of that.
Right. Quotes are a great source of adjacent content, evergreen content, and you just want to make sure, like Jolene said, that you're researching this person, because sometimes these people can be controversial and ruin a brand. We've seen plenty of brands run into this problem, and many bad things have happened after because of it. Just a simple, small thing like that can ruin a whole brand identity.
Definitely. Same thing with resharing articles and resharing posts. You want to see where those come from. You also want to make sure you're not resharing your competitor. Don't do that.
You may think that is common sense, people, but even though they are in your industry and they may have a good topic, we just don't want to be promoting or even sending your followers or target audience to their page or their website if you do reshare something off theirs.
Amazing. So one more great thing you can do to organize all these amazing pieces of content ideas we just gave you is
a beautiful content calendar, people.
I love a content calendar. Color coordinated too. Woo, I'm speaking my language.
Listen, if you love organization, even if you don't love organization,
step into my office.
Yes, you need a content calendar for social media posts. This is going to organize your life. It's going to stress you out way less if you're like, I don't know what to post today. I don't know what. You don't want things to kind of overlap with each other. So a content calendar is pretty much a great way to plan out when you'll do your service posts, when you'll do adjacent posts, evergreen posts. If there's a holiday coming up, you can plan for that. It's great for planning your content, and we highly, highly recommend doing that.
Amen, Caitlin. Thank you for sharing some amazing tips and tricks with me today and our audience.
I am so happy we got to talk about this today, guys.
Alrighty, so that's it for today's episode, guys. You can watch us on Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube. Listen only on Spotify, and we will not be back next Thursday because you are going to meet some new leafers.
Oh my goodness. Can we tell them the topic?
Yes.
Ooh.
Spill the tea.
SEO. Get ready for it.
What does SEO even mean?
I guess you'll have to watch next week.
We'll see y'all next week.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.